Hey Amy, how's it going?
Hey Ryan, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Beautiful day here in Lake Conroe, Texas. Behind us is the brand new
S220 from Supreme. Brand new for 2022, and I'm really excited to show it to you.
I'm excited to check it out. Let's go see it. So we thought we'd start at the stern here. Amy was just telling me about the new silent stinger plate on this boat, which I think is something that really sets it apart, right?
It is, and it's new for Supreme this year as an option. It may not look very different than what you see on other boats. Essentially, that is a trim tab. We call it the stinger wake plate when it doesn't have the silent built into it. Yeah. But what makes this the silent stinger is this contraption you see on top of the plate, essentially. It's built into the plate. It's patented by Centurion and Supreme Boats. And it's got 2 patents, a utility patent and a design patent. But what that means to the end user is quiet. That's the main purpose of this plate. So what it does is it takes the exhaust from the engine into the plate, tumbles it through a series of baffles with water that's forced in through the bottom of the plate when the boat is underway. And that dampens the engine noise. Yeah. And when I say dampens, I mean it really makes it quiet so that when you're in the observer seat or you're in the captain's seat, you are listening to what would be like the level of a kitchen dishwasher. You can have a normal conversation, which is essential. That plate does a lot more than just change the running attitude of the boat like a typical trim tab does.
Yeah, so kind of like a car muffler, makes it quieter. Yeah,
absolutely.
And if
very similar.
So like your regular stinger plate, these would be the exhaust ports.
Correct. Yeah, the exhaust would be coming out. You wouldn't have the tube there, and you wouldn't have, like I said, this thickness to the plate, which is where the baffles are built into.
And I imagine it helps disrupt the wake a little less too, is that correct?
Absolutely, that's a great point. So what this plate also does is take that exhaust line that can sometimes go in through your wave and catch your board, especially if you're trying to skim. This disrupts that exhaust to the point where it dissipates and you don't have that line.
That's really cool. That's a super cool innovation. So. And that's an option on this boat?
It is. That is an option. Yep, on any Supreme.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then I guess we're sitting here, we're looking at the platform, and you have the salute to service decking on here. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so that's our salute to service floor. It's gator step, a non-skid essentially, and it can be customized with the salute to service design. We offer this basically to honor the men and women of our military that make our boating lifestyle possible, but also to honor first responders. We have a lot to do with salute to service events, and we give a lot to service charities like Operation Wakesurf, Operation Get Out, and the United Heroes League to help show our support for those men and women that essentially make our lives possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and this is just one way we do it. And the fun thing about the gator step is you can customize the colors. So you've got 2 layers of non-skid, and you've got 15 different color choices on each layer. You can really customize it and make your Supreme whatever you want it to be.
That's awesome. Yeah. So it's a good cause and it looks sharp too.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun.
All right guys, so we thought we'd get down low here and talk about the QuickSurf plate a little bit. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. Well, the QuickSurf plate, I can't really tell you about it until I tell you a little bit about the running surface of this boat first, because they really go hand in hand. Okay. So this boat is built on what we call the Easy V. And we call it the Easy V because it basically takes you from easy to the zone. It grows with your skill level. Okay. What allows it to do that is the way we make a surf wave. The way we make a surf wave is through displacement. So this particular boat has ballast in it. Right. It takes that ballast water onto the boat, displaces the hull, and then creates the mass of water that we turn into a surf wave with QuickSurf. Okay, so this is what gives our waves, Supreme waves, a lot of push. We are able to make them really long or steep and lippy if we want to, rounded on the top if you want to skim. There's a lot of versatility with this, but with the QuickSurf, what it does is it goes down into the water opposite the surf side. So if we were surfing regular right now, this plate would be up just like it is here, but the starboard side would be down, and that would create lift and essentially dig or displace this surf side corner. Right. What it does then is it creates the curl out the back. Right. And we can adjust that side, that plate, for QuickSurf. We can adjust it within 100 different points of setting. So we can get really, really particular. If we give it more plate, it'll make the wave longer. If we give it less plate, it'll make the wave steeper. So you can really get creative and make the wave exactly what you want. The other cool thing about QuickSurf is you can transfer. So I can switch the wave from the goofy to the regular, from the regular back to the goofy in about 2 seconds.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's all touch button controls at the dash?
It's all through the Omni touchscreen in the dash, yeah.
Cool, we'll check that out later. So basically you get the wake you want through a combination of the ballast system and the plates.
Absolutely.
And how many locations do you have for ballast?
In this particular boat, there's 6 different locations, and the significance of that is they're evenly distributed throughout the boat. So it makes the boat ride very level, even when you're surfing. It displaces the entire running surface of the boat, so that's another thing that makes the wave longer and gives the wave more push because there's more mass being created.
Right, cool, cool. I'm sure everybody watching is like probably a wakeboarder or wake surfer, or maybe they're just looking to get into it. Is this a good entry level?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because like I said, with this Easy View running surface, it's out of the box a great surf wave. As soon as you take delivery of it from your dealer, like this particular boat is Ski Doc's boat. So our dealer here in Houston is Ski Doc. They're one of our largest dealers. So they're gonna be delivering this S220 to a customer and they can take it out that same day and surf right out of the box, nothing else needed. However, if your skill level is going to grow as you learn what you like, what you don't like, you can adjust, be it through ballast, through QuickSurf plate positions, and you can make that wave grow with you and your family.
Cool. So any skill level. Really.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, let's hop on and check it out.
Cool.
Cool. Okay, so we're here in the cockpit on board the S220, and can you tell me a little bit about the stern here and the Sunpad?
Absolutely. Well, as you can see, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
I mean, you can lay out here for hours and hours.
Yeah.
This upholstery is extremely resilient. It's a Spradling vinyl. We call it Comfort Strong.
Yep.
And it's got like a 17 mil top coat on it. So it's very, very resilient to the rigors of water sports use.
And the thread is like kind of an indestructible good thread too, I think.
It is. Well, it's made by GORTEX. You name it, that thread can take it. So there are seats in the back, but they also have slam latches on them, and you can put ice and drinks in them, and they have a drain that goes into the bilge, or you could put a wet rash guard, a wet vest, wet gloves, or you can throw your shades in there, your hat. Seating in this boat is pretty versatile. In fact, we have a slide seat here that slides to 3 different positions, and then I've got optional lean backs I can plug into either side.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Backrest facing
Absolutely.
aft as well, so you could have 2 or 3 people sitting here looking back,
Yeah,
right?
watching the entertainment behind.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Let's move forward and check out the helm.
Okay.
All right, here we are up at the helm, and can you tell me a little bit about the Omni Touch and the whole sort of dash system here?
Absolutely. It's called the Omni Touchscreen. It's by Murphy, and it allows us to control every system in the boat. I've got my 0 off speed control, which is GPS-based speed control. I can also see how fast I am going, what the RPMs of the engine is. This has a depth finder on it, also standard. Turn on and off my QuickSurf system that we looked at earlier. I can do that from here. I can also switch the wave from regular to goofy from here. So this shows those 6 locations of ballast.
Yeah.
It allows you to fill them however you would like to set up your ballast to ride. In this particular boat, it's 4,400 pounds of ballast. Dash is the perfect height. What I mean is it doesn't obstruct your view. I've also got the option of mapping.
Okay.
I have access to my stereo system. We call this the ICE system. So I can have my phone charging here in the wireless cell phone charger, and then Bluetooth to the screen.
Right,
yeah.
right.
So the sound system in this particular boat is called the Hero sound system by Wet Sound. We've got 4 10-inch horns on the tower as a part of that system. So you've also got 6 8-inch interior Wet Sound speakers. That F-Series tower, from Roswell, that can be either white or black.
Yep.
And then you can color match those shields to the exterior gel coat colors of your boat. This bimini is made specifically for the F-Series tower by Roswell. And the bimini, it's really easy to put up. On the top, it has little pockets for surfboards. as well as in the bombshell racks.
Yeah.
So I can have as many as 6 boards stowed. And this is set up as a playpen style bow. Right now the filler cushion's in the center, but if I remove that, it makes into a little lounge.
Yep.
So those couple people that are in the bow can put their feet down if they want. And they've got a couple cup holders, each person in there, 12 volt and USB power. And it's also a nice deep bow. It's deep and it's comfortable.
Speaking of seating, what is the passenger capacity?
14 people is what it's rated for. Yeah. So these A-pillars are really cool. Not only do they look cool, but they're functional, because if I'm coming up to a dock, I can reach out and hold myself on that dock. When I'm picking up a fallen rider, I can stay in my seat, get to the rider, and still be able to communicate with them without standing up.
We got 70-gallon tank, is that right? Or,
Yes,
yeah.
correct.
Okay, and it's a very efficient engine, so you can run for probably a few days on that.
You can, yeah. Believe it or not, you're using somewhere between 6 and 7 gallons per hour, even fully loaded, ballasted, towing a surfer.
And your top speed on this boat, probably?
Top speed's gonna be in the high 30s. You know, these boats have a 1.72-to-1 gear reduction. You're on plane in a little less than 6 seconds in this boat. So it is made to get you up out of the water if you're wakeboarding, if you're surfing.
Yep.
This particular boat, I believe, has a 6-liter engine in it, which is our 409 foot-pounds of torque and 409 horsepower engine from PCM.
Yep. I think it's a great boat for probably all levels of wake sports. All right, everyone, thanks for joining us, checking out the Supreme S220 with Amy here. Thank you for having us, Amy.
It was my pleasure.
We'll see you guys next time.